guys know the original King Kong was only about 18 inches tall. He was brought to life in 1933 using a practical effect called stop motion. Here's a shot of the original Kong. More importantly, what's inside, a posable metal armature. It's one of the oldest practical effects we have, but it's still in use today. To show you how it works, this is Norman. Norman is a posable stop-motion puppet. He was also the star of an Oscar-nominated motion picture last summer. It's from Focus Features and Leica. They're the folks who brought us Coraline. Of course, the movie I'm talking about is Paranorman. This puppet of Norman was actually used in the making of the movie, as were both of these set pieces and this puppet of the zombie judge. Let's get a close-up on these guys, Lee, because believe it or not, this is the size of Norman's world.
This is so cool. Hey, who's this guy behind him?
This is Norman's armature. It's how animators bring him to life. I'll show you how it works. First, they put Norman where they want him on set, and they shoot a frame. They'll come back in, adjust him just a little bit, and shoot another frame, come back in, adjust him some more, maybe change the expression on his face, and then they shoot another frame. Animators will do this process for quite a while, because once they've done this 24 times, they'll have 24 frames or 1 second of film. Think about this. Paranorman is a feature-length movie, so that means it has over 120,000 individual frames, 120,000. That means every movement, every facial expression has to be changed just a tiny bit before the next picture can be taken. You can't do stuff like this with a computer.
You can't do that with a computer, but Leica used computers, Chris, a whole bunch. The genius of Leica is that they combined old and new technology when creating all of their movies. Computers were used to design Paranorman's world and everything in it. The buildings, the cars, the actual puppets themselves, including all of their facial expressions, which there were hundreds of. They would actually print these faces on individual pieces using a 3D printer. Computers were also used to control all of the camera movements, from the tracking and zooming, so the animators wouldn't have to. Then after everything was shot, visual effects artists went in and erased all the facial scenes and added spooky effects like fog and ghostly spirits and ghoulish ghouls. When you put all of that together, you get Paranorman.
You might want to give that a few minutes.
Bonnie, I had no idea they use visual effects.